Our chalice lighting this morning is adapted from the writings of Gloria y Alzandua. Soy un amasamiento. I am an act of kneading, of uniting and joining, that not only has produced both a creature of darkness and a creature of light, but also a creature that questions the definitions of light and dark and gives them new meaning. Amen and blessed be.
Mama, a rainbow, mama, a sunrise, mama, the moon to wear. That's not good enough, no, not good enough, not for mama. Mama, a palace, diamonds like doorknobs, mountains of gold to wear. That's not rich enough, no, not rich enough, not for mama. Mama, a lifetime crowded with laughter, that's not long enough, not half long enough. What will I give you that I can give you? What will your present be? Mama, young and beautiful, always young and beautiful, that's the mama I'll always see. That's the mama you'll always be.
One of the more comical moments of my childhood was hearing the following threat leveled at me by my mother. I gave you that life. I can take it away. Now, certainly in a post-corporal punishment, anti-whooping world, we're horrified by the violence in such a statement, and I'm sure I will get some hate mail over mentioning it. But I knew then, as I know now, it is literally the last thing that my mother would ever do: take my life away. Mothers, all mothers, are intimately connected with our bodies. Whether they are our birth mothers or the mothers who teach, protect, and nurture us outside of the womb, temporarily or ongoing through our lives, mothering is in many ways an act of cohabitation with a child's body. Every change that happens in a child is a change that the mother experiences. And at the same time, we as children of mothers are literally shaped by the influence of motherhood in our lives. Whether a woman is present as mother in our everyday lives or not, we still live with the shadow and shape of the way someone at some point held our being for 9 months and then ushered us into this world. We all come from the experience of being birthed. This relationship between motherhood and our bodies is rich and complex, and it's filled with celebrations, triggers, conflicts, excitement, gratitude, and so much. I'm not sure we quite understand all that is contained in this relationship. I know I don't. My own relationship with my mother was full of great ups and downs. May 10th, 2020 marks 15 years to the day when she fell seriously ill with the diseases that would ultimately kill her in 2012. I spent significant portions of that intervening time navigating the slow decline of her body. It was a very sad and confusing time with the roles of decision-making about bodies reversed. And even into her illness of dementia, hypertension, and diabetes, she talked about having been an athlete and a dancer in her young life, and held that as part of her physical identity. The contradictions that were expressed in her body were also present in the rest of her life. My mother was a scholar, praised for her probing and unflinching research and work around Black history and Black communities. And at the same time, she was sometimes very difficult for people to speak to and always difficult to really know. She placed outrageous demands of uprightness upon me and my brother, and at the same time was quick to praise herself for giving us total freedom to be who we wanted to ultimately be. I'm not alone in these kinds of contradictions. There are other people who have much more difficult relationships with their mothers, and also those who couldn't imagine the word difficult being included in the same sentence when talking about their mothers. There is no blueprint. And my mother's relationship with my body was not simple either. I'm thin, and she was heavy-set most of my young life. I am male, and she struggled with how she was sidelined by her gender. So much more. And at the same time, it was through her that I learned awareness for my body. Its presence, its strength, its smells, its maintenance. I am in so many ways, beside my overall shape and color, a direct reflection of my mother. In this Mother's Day 2020, I think about all of the complicated ways that we are all connected to mothers and the ways in which mothers are connected to us. In a situation where thousands of people are losing their lives every day, we have no choice but to be present with how mothers are connected to all aspects of this time. Mothers who become ill. Mothers who are caring for the sick while trying to protect their own families. Mothers who will have lost their children to this disease. Mothers who hope to adopt and are told to wait or are denied because of this disease. Mothers who give birth in the midst of everything going on. Mothers who die while their children survive. Mothers who welcome their children home. Mothers who regain their strength after surviving this disease and more. Motherhood offers us in this time a reminder of the many different ways we share one human body. But that's what love is about, isn't it? It's the sustenance, the creativity, the ingenuity, the ritual, and yes, it is almost too much to take in. But then again, motherhood is also almost too much to take in its breadth and its scope. The endlessly varied magic of our very bodies reflects the vast landscape of the love of motherhood. In this time, for this moment, let us give thanks to the mothers who are in so many ways our bodies, and how our bodies are the physical manifestation of their love. Let me offer you this prayer. Spirit of life, God, Goddess, Holy One, may we remember through our journey that our one body is love. United by organic matter, striving to understand each other's inorganic selves, our one body may be strong in its capacity to cope, but it is universally vulnerable in that which unites us, our blood and breath. Our one body is our being. We open to our being in birth, and we close our being with death. Our one body is our ability to understand, to experience the passage of time, to create action. Our one body is held by one precious earth. Our one body is love. Our one body must cure the human virus, the sickness of hatred, the infections of factionalism, the cancers of deliberate ignorance, the gangrenes of political and financial greed, the inflammations of religious intolerance and bigotry, and the fatalities of violence. Indeed, our one body is mental health. Our one body is Ahmaud Arbery. Our one body is Title IX. Our one body is deaf and hard of hearing in a world of video conferencing. Our one body is unwashed, unfed, unhoused, untreated, unseen. Spirit of life, Goddess, in this moment, in every moment, now and for always, may we seek to truly heal our one body that is love. May it be so. And happy Mother's Day.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Justicia de la vida, arraigame, libérame, fuente de amor, ven a mí, ven a mí.
All people are children when they sleep. There's no war in them then. They open their hands and breathe in that quiet rhythm heaven has given them. They pucker their lips like small children and open their hands halfway, soldiers and statesmen, servants and masters. The stars stand guard and a haze veils the sky, a few hours when no one will do anybody harm. If only we could speak to one another then, when our hearts are half-open flowers, words like golden bees would drift in. God, great Spirit of life, teach me, teach us the language of sleep. Amen, and blessed be.